Mechanitics, if you've got a John Deere D series, some of these other series as well, but definitely the D series, then you might have the problem with this 42-inch deck of it not turning off the blades, or the blades still making a sound once you turn them off, or in this case, when the cutting deck was at a 4 or a 3.5, it would cut fine, but below that, the lower the deck, the less likely it was to cut, and the blades would turn off. The reason that is because when this bar right here, which is usually attached right here, engages this lever, this is called the brake arm, it would pull this way. As you can see, it releases the brake here, and it releases the brake here with this little lever system that goes across through here. What was happening is that the lever was not able to come back all the way. This piece right here underneath was actually worn out, and so was this bar right here. And so this bar was twisted to the side. And see, I can't twist this one to the side because it's new. So here's what the old bar looked like. And right here on this end, it's very subtle, but it does have a lot of wear right next to that lip. And that's because it was moving back and forth so much that it eventually wore the hole out and was tilted to the side really far. And so when that happens, this round hole becomes a slotted hole. And this hole right here, where the brake arm twists, sorry, that's the wrong hole. I meant this one and this one. These are where the brake arms sit, here and here. This is where the cable sits. So this hole right here will also become ovular. It will not be round anymore. And this spacer washer that sits in here, depending on how bad it is, it will start to bounce back and forth and back and forth. And it will slowly wear out this hole. It'll slowly wear out the washer. Sometimes I've seen them shear almost completely off right there on that lip. So all of this has to be replaced because this is wearing out, which is not that big of a deal, but this is allowing wobble, and this is allowing this bar to go sideways. So instead of sitting in here like this, it was tilted to the side, way over here, and it would just lay in there. So because of all that wobble, started wearing everything out. We replaced all of this hardware right here. We have this spring. It's connected under here, and then it connects to the deck right here. So that's on the underside. And then we have the brake arm. We have this piece that goes to the brake pad, which we replaced. We've got this spring and this plate, and there's also another spacer washer underneath. So here's the plate, there's the spring, there's the spacer washer, and there's the brake pad. All those stacked together like this. Getting these springs on is no joke. This edge of the spring goes down inside the deck. So right here, and over here, it goes in right here, right there. All right, so now when it works properly, pull the arm back. This pulls that brake open. This spring holds tension here. This spring pulls this brake open. And that lever is sitting there nicely. Now the replacement lever does not have a screw or a bolt on one end. It is not threaded. It's actually flat. And it goes through this slot on the brake pad. And on the back side, flat, so it doesn't come back through. The old style was threaded on the end, and it had a little nut that goes on there as well. It's a 10mm. So it was time for a hardware change. The pulleys and the spindles were both in good shape, so we didn't have to change those. The belt's still in great shape, so I'm going to slide this back under the tractor and hook it back up. Belt. These two arms, these two hangers that adjust the deck height, right here, like so. And of course, first and foremost is the PTO cable. It'll hook here as soon as I slide it back in that little hole. Let's see, anything else? Oh, and then don't forget the front bar that goes up here. Have a great day, Mechanichicks.